What you've just seen is Toby from Nato Ryu using a Muhyoshi Ryu weapon called a Uchiya, which is basically a small arrow in a tube, and you throw it and it hits into the target. Now we have descriptions of these back from the mid to late 1600s, and we have the scroll which it is contained in. But this video is for our roundup for our playlist of strange samurai weapons and samurai weapons for this year. Now, this main playlist is known as Samurai Weapons, as you can see there, it coming in. And we're doing one a month between a few of us, but the main hero of this story is Sengoku Studies. Now, that's Scott from Sengoku Studies, and basically he has been keeping this alive because I've been trying to have a child, trying to build a house, but we've been doing a video a month, and he is the captain of this year's playlist. So I'm going to tell you about the weapons he has been talking about very soon, but what I want to make sure you do, guys, is go across and subscribe to his channel because he's got a superb channel there, so do go have a look at that. Now let's look at his weapons. Spoke about the Uchiya, which is a small bamboo tube with a dart in it, sometimes a thin arrow, sometimes a bolt, and these are cool. I've got one of these as well. It's packed away at the minute, but these really do work quite well. Next, we have the Nageya, which is like a thrown arrow, and this goes back to very early samurai times, if not pre-samurai times. And this is basically a small shaft with a blade tip. It's halfway between a short spear and an arrow. It's that moment between them, a handheld bolt, if you like. We can imagine these being thrown with strings attached to try and bring them back as a sort of last resort. So then we've got this, which is a Te-Yari or Nage-Yari, which we're going up in size. Now we've gone from the smallest to the medium, and we've got the larger one, which are almost like small javelins. They are, you know, grabbed in the hand, thrown in, and you can imagine you only have to get this in you once, and that's it. You imagine these would be quite dangerous if they landed home, like the pilum of the Roman army. And transitioning from the throwing spears and the spear-like handheld things, we come across the armor piercer, which sometimes was a spearhead just put inside a short sword, and we do find these in many documents, you know, or many of these sort of pop up, and the idea is piercing the armor. And as Scott rightly says, it could mean just finding the gaps in armor, or it could mean actually piercing the armor. But these were broader, shorter, narrower daggers basically. What you're looking for is the strength of a thicker blade, a narrower in the waist so that it goes in. I'll show you a picture of that in a minute. And then, of course, it's tapered so it will stab more into armor and through the lacings and into the soft areas, as you can see here there. And the idea is we get these in between the pieces of the armor. Then we go right to the other end of the scale with the Oyumi. Now, if you're a samurai fan, you've heard about these, and basically we think it is the mounted crossbow. Nobody actually knows. It's just called Oyumi, which means great bow. So technically it could just be a big war bow. But it appears that these were two-man operated, shooting possibly multiple arrows, or at least in some sort of rapid fire. Nobody knows what they look like. They're long out of use, but early samurai would have used them against the northern barbarians. Right, we're halfway through our year on the 2024 monthly collaboration series, and it's been led by Scott from Sengoku Studies this year, with myself following up after his videos, and we've had Nick from the Shogunate do our opening start video this year. So if you want to join us, please do join us. We'd love to have you here and love to have your videos in the playlist. Today's images came from Scott from Sengoku Studies and his videos, and the people he used. All links are in his videos and in his channels to where they've come from. So please do find Sengoku Studies, and please do subscribe to him. Scott is a really nice man, and he sends me loads of information and help, which I need in the background. Hopefully we're going to get him on my channel one day, which is excellent. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I hope you enjoyed this. We're halfway through the year and we're going to be carrying on. So I'm looking forward to more videos from Scott, and thank you to him for helping me get through this busy time in my life with a new child and a house and all that, and we can get back to it next year.